Hello, my beautiful butterflies. Today I want to share with you my 5 favorite products that contain salicylic acid. This is finger contortion right here. But this week's Skin Science episode spoke about how salicylic acid is beneficial for skin and what it does, but I didn't make any product recommendations. And some people had questions, and so happy Sunday. Today's a bonus video for you that I might delete later, I might keep up. But I just wanted to share some affordable and some efficacious options that I personally recommend. And some of these you've probably seen before. We've got Paula's Choice drugstore options. We've got some organic and natural options. And the reason that I don't include these in the Skin Science video is because I really want Skin Science to be unbiased, true, factional. And even though I hold up products, there's no endorsements in that at all. And this is not sponsored, not endorsed, nothing of that matter. But it is promoting a product, which Skin Science is not about. Skin Science is pure education, and then these are experiences and recommendations. So to put that out there, let's get started. The first thing is that if you haven't seen the salicylic acid video, you need to watch it to understand how this acid works. It's special, again, BHA acid, fat soluble. And the first product that we'll start with is this one from Juice Beauty. I have been using this for probably 5 years. This is one of the products that I truly think helped to clear my skin. And it is one of the most natural, it's made with organic ingredients, one of the most natural acne lines on the market that I actually think is efficacious. Natural does not mean that it doesn't work, but I have found that there are certain natural products that don't seem to do as much, especially if you have cystic acne or if you have really blemished skin. Treating it harsher does get, I wouldn't say good results, but different results. But it's hard to get those in natural form. This is made with organic ingredients. The first ingredients I think are grape juice and aloe vera, and that has high potency AHA acids along with that BHA acid, salicylic. So this has malic acid, it has glycolic acid, it's derived from apples and from grapes, so natural sources for the tartaric acid. It's also got lactic acid that is derived from the willow bark. If you remember from the salicylic acid video, there are multiple places you can get sal-a, and lab synthesized is not a bad thing. It works just the same. But a lot of times I've found that certain products that use a lab synthesized salicylic acid have other ingredients that surround it that are just crap, that are also lab synthesized and not what I would consider super natural or super efficacious. So what I love about this line is that not only do they have pure ingredients, not only do they use organic ingredients, this one specifically does have the salicylic acid that is derived from willow bark, a natural source, and it is surrounded by other natural things as well. It comes out as a serum. You just apply it to the face. It soaks in pretty darn nicely. It doesn't leave the face sticky or anything, which is also something I really highly appreciate. It is helpful for scarring, and it is safe for all Fitzpatrick levels. You should kind of patch test just to be sure, but it's generally regarded as safe and you can get it over the counter. It's $30 for however many milliliters this is, so it's a good size, and I would say that this lasts a month or two. One of my favorite acne products that I've probably been using for at least 5 years and would highly recommend. The second one is one that I cannot stop talking about, and it is from Tarte Cosmetics. This is the Blemish Bully Spot Serum, and it is one of the only products that I have used that does not dry out the skin. When we have acne, it's very common to try to dry the skin because you want to absorb the oil or whatnot, but if the skin overproduces oil to make up for the lack of oil, it's just gonna make the problem worse, no? Look, we're Christmas today. How about that? Anybody recognize the ugly floral couches back? And now we've got an ugly floral, what do you call this, ottoman? Oh well. This is one of my favorite spot treatments. It goes on, doesn't dry the skin, and it does have other beneficial ingredients. There is salicylic acid, but there's also azelaic acid, and then there is caffeine. Caffeine can stimulate the skin, and so if you do have a little spot or little speckle, this is excellente. Comes off really clear, really good, and it actually kind of hydrates the skin, so it doesn't do anything negative to it. I'm obsessed. I don't know if Tarte Cosmetics uses natural derived, like if it's lab synthesized or if it is from willow bark or wintergreen. I don't know, but I love their skincare. It's 1.5% salicylic acid. Tarte is kind of guilty of greenwashing, but I think their skincare is even better than their makeup, so highly recommended. Now, if you want a drugstore, oh, almost dropped that in my drink. If you want a drugstore option, this is one of the best. This is a flash mask from Yes to Tomatoes. Yes to Tomatoes was one of the brands that was around when I was in high school. Back then, YouTube was not a thing. Having 40 foundation shade colors was not a thing. There were like 10 products or 10 brands at the grocery store, and out of those, like 10 products for acne. And that was like all we had over the counter. Yes to Tomatoes was like the revolution because it was the one brand that was natural back then. I think there was Neutrogena Naturals and Yes to Tomatoes, and that was it. But Yes to Tomatoes has been around forever. They have highly stepped up their game. They weren't always great, but they've gotten so much better. This is the Snap Max detoxifying stick that they didn't have until last year, but it's made with charcoal and made with tomatoes and a little bit of salicylic acid. Gonna burp here, hang on. I'm not editing that out because I'm just not editing this video. I can't this week, I can't. This is one of the coolest products ever. Should I put on my face? I'm totally gonna put on my face. We're just gonna look like a weirdo for the rest of the video. It goes on pretty much like a mask, but you can use it as a cleanser or as a mask. The charcoal actually goes to soak in and soak up oil, but because it has that salicylic acid, it's also really beneficial to help to break down the oil in those pores and actually do some skin clearing. So you can leave it on for a couple of minutes, 5, 10, whatever you want, and then wash it off. And again, on a day that you're not wearing makeup, this could act as a great cleanser. But on days you are wearing makeup, just cleanse first and then use this as a mask. So I think they retail for $8 to $12, but you can find them on sale for $5. I love these. Highly recommended, easy to travel with, 96% natural, and of course, all of these are cruelty-free. Next, can we just give some ode to Paula's Choice? This is a toner that I love. Now, here's the issue that I have with toners. There's usually one of 3 things wrong. Number 1, the toner just doesn't work. It smells bad, it's not efficacious. Number 2, the toner is filled with alcohols or drying ingredients that end up drying up the skin and making it worse. Or number 3, the toner works and it doesn't dry the skin, but it leaves this sticky, grody film on the skin. And then you like touch your face and it's like, it's sticky. And if you like lay down on something or touch your head to your shoulder, then you get like lint on your face. Does anybody else have that happen to them? This is one of the best toners because it does not do any of that. It is made with basic ingredients. It's literally green tea and salicylic acid. There's a couple of other stabilizers in there. There's a polysorbate, there's EDTA, there's some water. Overall, it is an amazing product with less than 10 ingredients, and it is a 2% salicylic acid. So this is a really potent sal-a. Non-drying, doesn't leave that sticky feel, and it actually works. I don't have a toner pad with me, but it's really great. You know, it's a little liquid that you just put on after your cleanser as an astringent. I use it up here, anywhere that I get super oily. I use it on the sides of my nose for my blackheads, and then I actually use it on my chest. By the way, my chest looks great. I usually have sun damage. I just scratched myself. That shows you how sensitive my skin is. Ready? That's gonna show up in like a minute. Oh, there you go. That shows you how sensitive my skin is, but I love to burn the crap out of it. I love to put this down here because usually this area of my chest is exposed to the sun and that can cause sun damage. And then necklaces sometimes end up breaking me out. There's contact acne. It's a real thing. Some people get it with seatbelts. As you just saw, my skin's sensitive. So this is some salicylic acid that works for me. It's efficacious. It breaks down the oil. One of my favorite toners. I love this. Other than the Pixie Beauty toner, there is a Juice Beauty toner, but neither of those have sal-a in them. It's hard to find a good toner. Y'all, it's hard to find a good toner. I'll be on the lookout. But very lastly, this is from Juice Beauty as well, and this is one of my favorite peels. I love chemical peels. I think that when I was in aesthetics school, that's really what helped me keep my acne under control. But if you don't have $50 to $150 to get a chemical peel once a week, it's really hard to kind of stay up with that. And I think that seeing an esthetician once a week is overkill. Seeing an esthetician is like that maintenance, like the oil change between seeing dermatologists. Think of yourself as a car, and the dermatologist is like, you know, engine repair. Getting an oil change or getting your wheels rotated is like seeing an esthetician. So you don't have to do it all the time. It's healthy, and they usually spend more time on you than a doctor would, which is really, really great, but the doctor is actually who's providing treatment and diagnoses, etc. So both of them really fit in. But this is a product that I feel takes the esthetician to home. Again, Juice Beauty is made with organic ingredients. They are natural. They have ingredients that I trust. They don't have nasty fillers. And they actually, like, the line stands behind what they believe in. They're based here in the Bay Area. I've actually gone to their farm and I've gone to their offices, and they are solar powered. The owner drives a eco-friendly non-gas vehicle. I'm just like, you guys really practice what you preach. Thank you. But specifically for this product, this is called the Age Defy. It is amazing for anti-aging, but it's also part of the green apple peel, or the green apple line, which is a blemish line. So this has a little bit of that salicylic acid. I think it's less than 0.5%. It's like a very small amount, but it does have sal-a. What's really great about it is that it has the other AHA acids, so the malic acid, the tartaric acid from grapes. It's got some lactic acid in there. And of course, it's got the aloe vera, and it's got some CoQ10, I believe, which is an antioxidant, which is amazing. This is your at-home facial. If you're not doing facials with an esthetician, use this twice a week. It actually stings and tingles. If you're sensitive like me, if you're not, you'll have no problem. So do patch test this one either on your neck or on your arm or something. But this is such an amazing product for at-home use. I just spilled it all over the carpet. Just spilled it twice. Well, just spilled it 3 times. That's what you get when you're top heavy. You basically, did I already put serum here? I totally did. You basically just put on a layer like this, and you leave it on. As you can see, it's kind of like almost like an apple butter feel, but you just leave this on the skin. It starts to tingle, and it actually eats away those dead skin cells. Doesn't eat away, it dissolves the dead skin cells, the built up keratin and that salicylic acid and those other acids dissolve the oil and help those top layers lift off, and then it penetrates deeper into the skin where it actually stimulates collagen production. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't always use this on my face. I've been using other exfoliators, and I think that over exfoliation is a problem. So whenever I use this, it's usually right here. Look at how bad that was. You saw how gently I scratched myself? That's how sensitive my skin is. But I usually put this right here on my chest, and this is also a really good way to combat some of that sun damage because it's acne safe and it is a full strength for age defying. This one's a little bit more expensive. I think this one is like $50. So I use it a little bit more sparingly. I don't care whatever happens in my life. I am always going to be a cheap mofo. That is how I was brought up. That is the mentality I have. I've tried to shake it. It is what it is. I'm always going to stick my nose up at paying more than like $3.50 for a cup of coffee. And this one probably cost me 50 cents because I just made it on my own. But that being said, there are discounts. Like I mentioned, you can get a discount at CVS with this one. Juice Beauty does have sales every now and again. Just Google it. I think there's Go Green 20. You get like 20% off. Don't know how long that lasts. There's also Organic October, but I think that was only for the month of October when I got one of these. Search the internet. And I don't know if Paula's Choice or Tarte ever has stuff, but I know they have flash sales every now and again. So those are the 5 products I would recommend that have salicylic acid in them. Those are what I have used in the past and how I use them. If you have another favorite salicylic acid product that is cruelty-free, leave it below. And if you have not seen the video on how salicylic acid works, go watch it right now. I will put it right here. In the meantime, do you hear the people in the trees? Can we see the people in the trees? Oh, we can't see the people in the trees. There's people in the trees. They're giving the trees a little haircut. Anyways, I love you guys. Watch this video right here, and here's another video that you just might enjoy. I love you so much. Be beautiful inside and out, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.